Hey guys, welcome back to RSN Trade Breakdowns. So in this channel, I would be breaking down all the trades I take, explaining the strategy and the thought process behind taking those trades. So today we entered in three trades, one in gold, one in EURUSD and one in GBPUSD, and we ended the day in break even because I took one trade by mistake, and I would be explaining it as we go. But starting off with the first trade, which is the gold trade, which I took in the London session today. So the trade which I took is the usual liquidity sweep strategy, which I had explained in the previous videos as well. So just starting off with the top-down analysis, we can see that gold is obviously on a highly bullish trend itself. All of this happened later. I was looking sometime around here, and I was also looking for a buy trade. And when I came into the 15-minute chart, and just during the start of the London session, I noticed that this is a ORB liquidity sweep strategy. ORB is basically the opening range breakout. So the strategy is basically that you wait for the first 15 minutes of the market to open. So you can wait for the first 15 minutes of the London session and the first 15 minutes of the New York session for the Forex pairs. And what happens is basically if price breaks out of this 15-minute high and low, you can look if price is coming to a retest and going back in that same area, or if price is just taking a liquidity sweep and reversing the price and going to the other direction. So this is the ORB strategy in a very short and concise manner. And in this stage today particularly, since I had a bullish bias from my higher time frame, I was either looking for price to break this 15-minute ORB high, or for price to just break this down but immediately turn back, which would give me the confirmation that this is a ORB liquidity sweep strategy. So like I wanted price closed below this. Maybe you can go to the 5 minutes so that I can explain it easier. Yeah, so as you can see, this 5-minute candle closed below, and since I had my higher time frame bias as bullish, I wasn't looking for a bearish trade in gold, but I was waiting and seeing if price would kind of reverse and close inside this line so that it gives me a confirmation that this is just a liquidity sweep. And like I wanted price closed here, and I think around this area I entered the trade. My SL was the swing low, my target was a 2R, and luckily it was the ORB high as well, and I closed it with a 2R profit. Coming to the next trade, this is a trade I took in Euro USD, but unfortunately it hit my SL. And this trade is a usual, I think I've explained it multiple times in the previous videos, an internal to external liquidity strategy. So again, coming to the higher time frames, I had a bullish bias to enter, and I was just waiting for a confirmation in the shorter time frame to get my entry. And like I wanted, I was waiting for this high to be POI to be broken, and like I wanted this POI broke. This candle closed above the POI, which confirmed my breakup structure, and I had a immediate fair value gap from which I entered. My SL was the swing low and my target was a 2R, but unfortunately this did not work at all in my favor. I would say price just plummeted from my entry, and it didn't give me any chance of even exiting at a break even. So yeah, this was an SL. Like I said, stop loss, I mean taking losses are part of the game. The best thing you can do is to take the learnings from this and make sure you don't implement this again in the future. So this was actually my third trade of the day, and maybe I got a little more excited when I already got my 2R from gold, and at that time I was running in profit in GBP as well. So maybe I got too excited, and that's why I took the trade. Maybe if I thought with a sober mind, I wouldn't have taken this trade. So that is the learning that I would like to take from this trade. Now coming to the third trade, Here also the same strategy, the internal to external liquidity strategy, but in this strategy I actually exited at break even, uh, even though price later came and hit my TP. What had happened was, again, let's go with the top down analysis. Same as Euro USD, I had a bullish bias. I was, if you look at all the higher time frames, everything's bullish. So I was just looking for a confirmation in the shorter time frame for me to enter. And what I noticed was I was in the market around this time, I think around 12:15 uh, IST, which was just the before 1 hour before the London session started, and price was already in a daily fair value gap, bullish fair value gap, and I saw that price gave this good high close above this POI and confirmed the breakup structure, and there was a fair value gap here from which I entered on the retest. My SL was the swing low, my TP was a good 2 hour. But what had happened was, if you can see, maybe I can go to 5 minute and show a clearer picture. If you can see, price was rejecting from certain areas. So if you see, price was rejecting from this area a lot, and price started consolidating in a way rather than going down or up, and that's when I realized that if price had to go to TP, it would have just blasted through the liquidity which was pending around this area. But price was hitting, tapping at once, price tapped once, fell back, tapped again, fell back, and tried to tap for a third time. And that's when I was like, okay, maybe the selling pressure is high at that time. And at that time I moved my SL to break even. So then, as you can see, price came and touched my point of entry, which was my SL at that time. So yeah, because of this, I exited the trade at break even, but eventually it did end up going and hitting my TP. So, but like, yeah, this is part and parcel of the game. And the mistake which I made, so technically I should be up 1 hour because I made a 2 hour profit in gold and a negative 1 hour SL in Euro USD. So, and this I exited at break even. So technically I should have 1 hour profit, but I made a mistake while placing the trade. I wanted to place another trade somewhere here, but instead of a buy trade, I clicked on sell, and price just zoomed through, and I lost around 1% of my capital before I could exit the trade. So yeah, this was one mistake which happened from my side, and because of which my day ended at break even. But like, yeah, this kind of mistake is not intentional. It just happened by genuinely by a mistake. But yeah, again, these are things which are part and parcel of the game. You should learn to move on from this. You should take your learnings from it and just move on from this. But this was my day. Three trades, one profit, one loss, one break even. Ideally should have ended the day with plus 1 hour, but because of a genuine mistake from my end while placing the order, lost that 1 hour as well. So ending the day with break even. Thank you.